What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Batgirl from Batman 3 Jokers. This is not my favorite version of Batgirl, but it's a Bat character, so if they ever do make my favorite version of Batgirl, which is the purple and yellow suit, then I'll go ahead and get that. But for right now, this is a really good stand-in. As you can see, you get all the accessories there, really standard. We're just going to run through it real quick. DC Multiverse Batgirl on the side. I like when they do the logos up top. So Batman 3 Jokers, Batman, Batgirl, 3 Jokers. On the back there, you get the promotional image that they originally showed. Other figures from the wave, which the only one I have reviewed on the channel is Dr. Fate. I don't know how they choose what goes on there, because some of these figures are old as hell. Like, that is really old, but what are you going to do? And then on the other side, nothing there, just Batgirl. There is the barcode if you're looking for it. Nothing really on the top except the Batman 3 Jokers. Still need the Jokers from this series, but for right now, let's go ahead and pop Batgirl open. So taking Barbara out of the packaging, I gotta say it's alright. It's not... There's some things I really like about this, but then there's some things that I'm like, I wish were done differently. So there's just a little bit to talk about with her, but one thing that I do like is this head sculpt. I know some people don't like the side eye look, but I think it adds dynamicness to the shelf. You know, if everybody's just looking straight, that can be kind of boring. I totally get either way. Like, I like when they look straight, but then, like, you know, you get like these side poses that you can't really get with straight eyes, and I like that a lot. So that's pretty cool. And the face sculpt is very pretty, painted very nice, very clean on the eyes. They both are looking in the same direction, so I like that a lot. Taking a look at her hair, it's got a nice wash or dry brush on top of it, so it adds a lot of color to it. I like that a lot. The cape, I think, is the same one from the first release that I skipped because it was ugly. This one is a much better looking figure, so I like the cape. I think it looks cool with like the shorter cape for her. And then to the side, you get this, I think, the same arms. I know from the belt down, it's this, or from the hips down, it's the same figure, but I think the torso is new, which I do like. You get the torso, it's sculpted. We'll just say it's sculpted very nice. You get the sculpted bat emblem in there, so it's a separate piece. So it's super clean. Like, she's a very clean-looking figure, and I like that a lot. You know, like I said, I think it is a new sculpt. I know the upper chest is definitely new, but I don't know if the hips are. I don't have that original Batgirl figure because I skipped it because, like I said, it was ugly. But there's really not a lot of paint to talk about. I like her boots, how they're like the bats. I think that looks really cool. Definitely the boots are reused. I know that, which kind of gives her long legs. I mean, that's okay for Barbara, I think, but they are a little bit long on the legs here, so that's just my opinion, though. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe it's following the art style, but I think the legs are a little bit long for her. But overall, I think it's very good. I like the scallops. Scallops? I think it's scallops on the forearms there. So yeah, she looks really nice. A little basic. I mean, she really, other than the head, she only has 2 colors on her. So, you know, what are you gonna do? But let's go ahead and take a look at her accessories because she does actually come with a couple things here. So as promised, Barbara does come with 2 accessories here. She does come with the stand and the artist card, like the collector card, which, again, I don't really throw away my packages too much, so I don't really care to show those. It's just the same picture that was on the back of the box and your regular DC Multiverse stand, which I don't really care about at all. So taking a look at the gun here, you get the grappling gun. Ooh, yeah, that looked nice. I like that a lot. Cool to have a grappling gun. Might give it to Batman. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do with that. And then she comes with her own Batarang, which it's okay. She doesn't really hold it too nice. I would like a hand like that, so she can kind of like, you know, hold it in her fingers. I like when they throw it like that, but that looks cool still. And it's not big and clunky and ugly like some of the Batarangs have been from this line. So overall, nice little array of accessories here. I like when they, you know, keep giving us like Batman-oriented, so to speak, weapons. Like, Batman could come with a million gadgets. Give us them all. Like, well, what's stopping you, Todd? Give us all the Batman gadgets. I like that a lot. But she does actually have decent articulation, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So taking a look at her articulation, the head with that hair, I mean, the hair is soft, but even without it, like, in the way, it's not really going to move upwards too far. It does look down, pivot side to side. Oh, I just popped her head off, but just pops back on. Pivot side to side and then rotation. So decent movement at the head. Shoulders are going to hinge upwards that far, down that much, rotate 360. Little bit of a butterfly semblance in there with that ball peg. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and a wrist swivel and hinge. I don't like this ball joint, very big and clunky and ugly on her. You do get a nice set of diaphragm joints that, man, look at how far that bends. That looks awesome. That bend's great. Rotate at the top, rotate at the bottom. She's going to crunch forward all the way. That is nice, and then she's going to crunch backwards. So very good set of articulation in there. Now the hips are going to do the splits. She's going to be able to kick forward that far, back that much. No cut at all, which kind of leaves her a little knock-kneed, which is a little irksome. Like, I wish I could just, like pull her legs out a little bit more, but she just doesn't work, which is a little upsetting. But I mean, these legs are reused from the first wave of batch of figures, so it's understandable. Double jointed knees that work that good. They go up, down, ankle pivot, and a toe joint. So overall, other than the hips and kind of like the shitty legs, her articulation's good. Like the diaphragm joint looks awesome and works awesome on her. So I like to see that movement of articulation for a character that is acrobatic and flexible as Barbara Gordon. So I think that's kind of all I got for today. But, you know, you're probably asking yourself and wondering the deepest, darkest questions of life itself. Anthony, what are you thinking of this Barbara Gordon action figure? And I gotta say, it's kind of what I expected. I knew the legs were going to be weird, but everything else was actually good. Very good, actually. I really like the diaphragm joint in her. The head sculpt is gorgeous. Much better than the first one. Much, much better than the first one. But still hoping that we'll get a comic book Gordon that is, you know, a little bit more like purple and like the classic version of her. I like that a little bit more than this one. Like the DC Essentials Barbara Gordon, I like a lot. I've never been able to find that for a good price, but that's my favorite version of Barbara Gordon. So hopefully I'll get that one day. But what I have here for right now is awesome representation of the character on the shelf as it is. With that being said, if I was to give this figure a rating, I'd probably give her a 7 out of 10. The legs really knock it down because they're knock-kneed. You see what I did there, but overall, still a very strong release, and I highly suggest you go and pick her up if you see her at your local Target like I did. But that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, do yourself and me a favor and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It is always greatly appreciated. But your support goes a long way here, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you're not following me on Instagram, I took a bunch of pictures of her and everything else that I buy because I'm insane. So please go ahead and check that out on Instagram at Zach Toys. But that's all I got for today, so I will see you guys in the next review. And let me know, as always, you coppin'? I'll see you later. Peace.